Precious people, it's so nice to be with you today. We actually have a helper here today. Little Yogi Reginald Gerard is sitting right next to me. As soon as I start talking to my phone, he's like, I can get a treat if I go over and bother her. But the joke's on him. So today I want to do a false lash video. Just to preface this by saying 1 year ago, I could not put false lashes on to save my life. So these are just things that I've learned, like tips and tricks that have made it easy for me, and I hope that they will certainly help you. By way of housekeeping, just want to go over a couple of things very quickly. Number one, I have successfully rescued the Houston vlog footage from my camera. Yay! The bad news is most of the vlogging that I did in Las Vegas, I did it with my phone because I was afraid to use the camera, and I did it vertically, so that vlog is gonna kind of suck, but I will put it up because it's fun and we had a great time, and yeah, I just want y'all to be a part of it. So without any further discussion, I'm just gonna jump right in and get started. I don't know if you could see this guy down here. Yogi, say hi everybody, say hi. You can see his toys on the floor because he's a mess. So I'm a messy mess. That face though. That face. I know, I love it so much. So for those of you who don't know Yogi, this is Yogi Reginald Gerard. We have been together for almost 5.5 blissful years. He's the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole life, and I've had him since he was 1 hour old, and he fit right here in the palm of my hand. Sweetest thing ever. So I'm sure that he's going to have something to say as we're moving along, but we're gonna do our best to ignore him. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna need is a pair of lashes. I find that ones that have a semi-decent thickness of band on them are the easiest to put on. When the bands get too thick, they can get uncomfortable, but this is my favorite pair from Gerard Cosmetics. They're called the Nanas. They don't make these anymore. But you can see they have a pretty decent sized little band there. So we're gonna do these. I'm hanging out with Josetty tonight. I will link her in the description box. We are going to the launch party for Metos' new single, and I will link him down below as well. We've been friends for a while, and he is not only an amazing makeup artist, but he's a fantastic singer. So he's launching his first single tonight. So you need some lashes, you're gonna need some glue. One of my little tips is to use clear glue. I think it hides your mistakes a little bit better. So if you get a little over generous with the glue and there's more than you need, this will dry clear and it won't show, where the black one will show and then it just looks like messy eyeliner. So that's my tip number one, is clear glue. I happen to like the one from Duo, but you can use any clear glue that you like. And also, hi. It's always so nice having a helper, huh? I know. Another one of my little Jen's tips and tricks is to always put dark shadow along your lash line so that if the lash isn't completely straight, it won't be as obvious. And so today I am wearing the beautiful blue, I think it's Ocean something, from the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. It is gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. One of my favorite shades. But most of the time I'll just use black just along the lash line. And that helps kind of hide your mistakes, because there is a little bit of a learning curve to doing this. And, you know, I had makeup artists put lashes on me enough times, I just kind of paid attention to what they did. And what I've kind of found is that a lot of it is kind of where you have where you're looking, because if your eye is in the right position, then the lash will just kind of set on top. So that's going to be our goal, is to get it to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the right lash, which I don't know why they don't make this easier and why you always like jack up your lashes, taking them out of the container. That if I owned a lash company, that would be something that I would change. So the next thing that you're going to do is we want to take the lash and just do this, kind of roll it back and forth. You can see I've got a hold of either end, and that's just going to shape it more like your eye, because a lot of times when you get it out of the package, it's a little bit flat, and then that's going to make it harder to apply. So we're going to do that with both lashes. I always have trouble getting them out of the package because I have nails. Drives me crazy. Okay, So now we're going to do the other one. Okay. Now what we're going to do is apply some glue. I generally like to use a brush. I just, grab this little brush that I found. But you can also do it straight from the tube. So whichever way, kind of see what we're doing here. Well, I need to get some more glue. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to take the lash and brush it on. And you can kind of take your time with this because the glue actually takes kind of a while to dry. I will be a little bit generous with the glue because like I said, if you're using the clear one, then it's gonna dry, the white one is gonna dry clear. And I think it's better to have too much than too little because the last thing you want is your lash coming off. And I have to say, like, I have worn lashes for like 20 hours that I've applied and not had any problems with them. I wore lashes to Disneyland when Nick and I went to Disneyland, and they even survived Space Mountain. Now that was a barely, but they did survive Space Mountain. So, okay. So now I've got a good amount of glue on the band. I'm gonna go back to the one that I put the glue on first. I can see I just need a little tiny more. Okay, now here is another one of my tricks. You can use your finger, you can use a lash tool. I like this tool that I got from Amazon. I think they're like 2 for $5. I like this because I don't like to see something pointy coming at my eye. That kind of freaks me out. And both my fingernails and traditional tweezers are a little bit pointy. So what I am going to do is just grab a hold of the lash with the tool and okay, now you want to kind of hold the mirror. So I've got my Starlit palette and I'm holding the mirror kind of like where I'm looking down into it, right? And now I'm just going to bring it out about 3 inches along the lash line and press it down. I'm going to pull this one over just a little bit because it's a little bit too far on the inner corner. Where you look is so important because if you get it just right, the lash will just set right on top and there will be very little fiddling with it. So again, we're going to hold the mirror to where we can look down into it and then we're going to pull it out. Just oop, hello, that one's got glue on it. We're going to hold it out just a few inches. So looking down, right? Looking down into the mirror, pulling the mirror out just a bit. See, just sits right on top. I'm just going to take my finger, pat it down, make sure it's close to the lash line, and here we go. Okay, now you can apply mascara before or after. If you apply a thin layer of mascara before, you will find that your lashes will last longer. You'll get more applications out of them. I'm going to put the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir on the bottom lashes. I will normally do it before. Most people do it after, which is why I'm applying it after. I should use my Josetty mirror. By the way, this mascara is legit. I bought this when I was in Houston. And you just want a very thin layer so that it expands your natural lashes so that you won't have a big gap between the natural lashes and the false lashes. So you can just kind of take your finger and squish them together ever so gently. voila, that's it. So just to recap, start with a lash that has a little bit of a thicker band, not a crazy thick band, just a little bit of a thicker band. Definitely use clear glue. This will help hide your mistakes if you don't get it right on your eye. And if you put a little bit too much glue and it oozes out, it won't look like messy eyeliner. Tip number 3, make sure that you put some dark shadow along your lash line, just in case the lash isn't perfectly straight. That way you'll never be able to see it. And most important, when you're putting on lash on, hold your mirror underneath your face, right? Looking down into it, and then pull it out just a little bit so that your eye is looking down, but it's not closed. And then you can just take the tool and set the lash right on top. Super easy. I really hope this helps you guys. I know a lot of people struggle with lashes. I struggled with lashes forever. And I would run into my friend Josetty and he'd say, Jen, did you put those lashes on? I'd be like, no. Because you know if I'm wearing lashes, either you or somebody else put them on me. And he would just laugh. But really, you just have to practice with it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of them at all. Once you get it down, it's so easy. So I would just say, if it doesn't come to you right away, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Just get your eye in that right position. If you get it in just the right position, it's just going to set on top, and then you can just press it right on. It is so easy. I'm telling you, I struggled with this for years. And the fact that, I mean, I can do it now in an elevator if I have to. Like, you just get good at it after a while. So you just have to practice a little bit and don't get discouraged. So I want to hear your comments down below. Please tell me, what are the things that you struggle with the most makeup-wise? Definitely for me, up until about a year ago, it has always, always, always been lashes. Now it's more like that I'm just always shy. It has always, always, always been lashes. Now it's more like that I'm just always shiny, but I have dry skin. So I have to be careful with the products that I use because I don't want anything that's going to enhance the shine, but at the same time, I'm not oily. So, you know, I don't want to wear things that are going to make it super matte either, because that's just going to make me look a little more seasoned than I am. And I definitely don't need that. I don't know about you. So at any rate, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. It's so great to be with you, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone just has a great weekend, and I love you so much.